everyone. Welcome to Asianet News. On 16th of May, Hisar police arrested Jyoti Malhotra, a travel blogger, a YouTuber with the channel name Travel with Joe, on the suspicion that she provided intel to Pakistani officials and she conducted espionage. On this particular topic, I'm being joined by Colonel Raghav. He is a defense expert and he has extensive experience in military operations and national security. So it's been so many days that this case is going on. Investigation is still underway. She has been questioned on different aspects of the case. I want to begin with a discussion on how there are multiple reports now which points towards the suspicion that she might have been honey trapped. Now, this is just a report, but we have seen real time examples, and we have examples of many Indians, including diplomats and army officials, who have been honey trapped by foreign countries. What do you have to say on this particular report? How authentic do you think it can be?
Yes, ma'am, this is a modus operandi of any intelligence agency or anyone who wants to get the information or sensitive. He or she will try a honey trap, and they will not come direct to a person. They will just, because they are very professional in their role. So they will just getting close to them. What is their requirement? They will study the person and how he is effective to getting them information and what is his or her requirement. That a person. That is the job of any person who is getting a information. That is spy. And all over the world, whether it's a military or a sensitive atomic or anything, it is a financial. This is a way. And not now in this modern world, in the olden time also. You see, in the war, they have the spies. They used to get information, and in every security apparatus, we want there is a threat for leaking of the information. Even you see in any sensitive installations or other thing, there is a lot of judge the person. They see he goes number of layer of interviews, and they put him on that place. Whether a person is selected in a IB or a RAW or any intelligence agency in the defense forces also, we train them, we select them. There is a qualitative requirement of a person. He should not open his mouth when he's writing report. There are n number of things. The question you have asked very specifically, honey trap. Yes, this is the beginning. How they cultivate the source in a intelligence world, we call it a source. Okay, how much he's a requirement of money, or he's a requirement for something, for glamour life and other. You see the visuals that is coming in Pakistan High Commissioner. The Jyoti goes there because she is from a very normal family. She have not seen that protocols and all that, how iftar party, how they they conduct themselves. They feel very high. You see, she's meeting the diplomats, Chinese diplomats, other diplomats, and that is how one can see that lifestyle of those people. She's impressed, and slowly, when they will get trapped in this thing, they start blackmailing you. Give the information, otherwise you will face the music. This is how the thing started off. In army also, you see, Samba spy scandal. Those officers or men, they got a very harsh punishment, and they have gone under and few years back, the Supreme Court released them. They said you are innocent, but they have gone very harsh punishment. And I add on to that, Mrs. Gandhi was approached by their family because those people were very innocent. On a small suspicion, they were picked up and they were tried very hard, and they got a very, very severe punishment. 14 years, this life imprisonment, they got it. And recently, last year only, The Supreme Court, like I'm quoting Captain Rathor's case, he was given a clean chit, but he has gone under this. So this is a very for a national security uh, as well as the internal security. Nobody should be spared. If anyone comes for the national security, he should not be given any mercy because it is nation. You are working. We are all working for a nation in one form and other. So these are very serious matters. So anyone, whether she is a Jyoti, whether she is innocent, not innocent, our laws should be so strict, like an army. The trial should be immediately and they should be punished. If she is innocent, she will say this thing. It should not shown any mercy because it's a national interest where it is harming to the nation, 140 crore people. So they should be tried out in a very severe manner and a very fast track manner.
In your assessment, because when we as an outsider who is not part of the investigation, when we look at this particular case, we see that yes, investigation is going on, but as an individual, I see that there is a YouTuber, there's a travel blogger who has done a lot of videos. Some of them are showing a very positive picture of Pakistan. But how big of a threat a YouTuber or a travel blogger or an influencer can be? Because let's face the fact, they don't have the formal access to the secrets of the government, of the intel agencies. How can they serve as a conduits for information, and how can they influence anything?
Yeah, you are very right. Any YouTuber today, you see, there is a psyops, psychological warfare. If these are the only people that they make opinions because they through their attractive or charming glamour, they send the message and they plan the thing. There is a well-written script how they have to go about it. So you see, if she is anyone who is portraying Pakistan, that will be in a good books or a good narrative. They are doing it, so they are threat. There is a threat for the India. You see, that is a public. Public is not seeing the whatever the visuals, glamour or this thing. It is psychological operations. That is how they impress the people. Secondly, that you see the Malair Kotla, the Gazla, she was arrested. She gave information that she is also involved into it. So you see, slowly and slowly, they don't have any access to the documents because they are not inside. Today, they want a visual of this place, of any photographs to the military installation, or a big dams, big bridges, and whatever in civil society is there, railway yards, airports, and other things. So these are the very important, where they can easily making a videos using a technology and all that. That is a very serious threat. You see what Pakistan wants, or any army of that nature wants. These are the sensitive installation and national assets like atomic stations and all these club, and it is very easily they go in that manner. YouTubers and get it, and that is the only one they can give. They don't have any access to the documents or plan of the country and other things. That is how they leakage of the information.
This also reminds me of a video that Jyoti made with the help of a drone. So, well, the investigation is underway, but definitely she has the access of advanced technology like drones as well. So, my next question would be, there are reports that she has used encrypted messaging applications as well, not only WhatsApp but Telegram as well, and other applications. I think it was Signal. How do you think we can counter these kind of threats which generate from digital tools like WhatsApp or Signal?
Yeah, there is a organization anti-RO that's working around the clock, and sensitive informations they just get it from there, anyone. Or secondly, whenever somebody is making a call, you see, that numbers comes out. Whosoever is calling from India to Pakistan, so there is a system it figure out. That's number one. Now it is very difficult. You see, the country population is 140 crores, and our assets or our organization is a very small because it is a new field, technological field. Now, what India needs today, I am just appealing from your channel to the government. We should have a counter intelligence operations to the district level, even to the villages, those who are in border area, that Tehsil level. IB is working, RAW is working, and moreover, we should push to making a more organization and the civil police also of that area. We should make some infrastructure where the anyone who is suspect leaking information, there is a threat also that we can counter it. That is number one. Secondly, we should make aware to the very simpleton people, those who are staying in the border areas, because that is a great threat. Because once the enemy, you start getting information over border, which unit, army unit there. You see, it's very simple. Gorkha regiment is there, Sikh regiment is there, where is weapons. You see, when border people, they are very this thing, and our terrain is very, porous. Border is there. Porous means one can go everywhere. It is not a fencing. There are some places where one can go and across. So they should make some system where they are accountable and the people should be more aware. It should be a social education, as well as it should be imparted in the schools also. Third, I will talk to you that like auditing of the information. Whenever there is some sensitive installation, person who is coming, now today we got a camera, who is number of time to coming to that place, getting a photographs like Air Force stations, army installations, is a factory industrial base, atomic stations. Like we must have a regular audits. Who is coming, who is not coming, and Indian official secret, the person who is a civilian, as well as in the uniform, who is working there. It should be, check and balances. And I am just saying, quoting about from the army. In army headquarters, we don't permit a mobile phone. Today, if he's going, he will click the, any letter or anything. Today's mobile is very handy, and pen drives and all those things. Anybody who is come to that place, whether he's meeting to somebody, it should be suspect and it should be thorough this thing. Next, I'll come out. Any high commissioner or anything, we should have a very, very, in a diplomatical manner, we should have a very, having an eye on them. Like Pakistani high commissioner or embassy, person who come, he makes a contact, he makes his own group, he gets the information. And immigration and visas, we should be very, very strict to that. Like other countries, they are very, very strict. There should be a lot of checks and balances. That is how then we should permit. These are the measures where we can go for it. And this is not a very difficult thing. And moreover, any embassy, any country who is violating this norm, we should expose in the UN, and strict action should be initiated against them. And we should report them within 24 hours if anyone come to the notice of such people. And our country particularly, because our is a lot of relations of this side and that side, even from Bangladesh side also, even from Nepal side also, from Pakistan western borders. So we are a very, our relations are there, people are coming. So we should make them, anyone who is coming to any place, it should be reported to a village head also, as well as the police station also, so that there is a social security also, and there is a, official where we can judge a person. Police is very, very clued up to knowing about it, who is who. So these credentials should be maintained, such people, and having an eye on them, his number of time is visiting this place, to installations and other things. You're right. In the case of Jyoti, you see how she has access to the Pakistan embassy and she is called as a guest there. And in the visuals, we have seen the Chinese also, the diplomats. They were also, she was introduced and other thing. And her visit was planned, and number of ISI people, they met him, and she is doing all this. And now, which is a security matter and national security matter, now it should be, they should go in detail how long she is doing it. Is a one phase that is coming out. They should go in deep, and I'll request through your channel, the judiciary and other this thing, they should take a very strict measure like army. Once I repeated Samba spice scandal. Those who were innocent also, they were not spared at all. So that it's a great lesson to the other people also. If they don't get into this business, leaking information for the 140 crore people. It's not only one people. It is for the 140 crore people. And you see, the sensitive information about any atomic installations, industrial base, as well as the army installations, and whatever these headquarters of army headquarters, air headquarters, naval headquarters, and whatever our production system, defense production system, they should not be any, having a mercy on this thing. They should be very tough on this thing, and the strict action must be taken so that it gives a lesson to the other people. They don't get into trap.
Why we, put in place this kind of a framework which audits regularly, which, takes in account all the checks and balances, as you said. But, there is a generation of YouTubers who are now interested to go to sensitive regions to report, to record. What about the civil liberties of these people when it comes to, I know that there is a national security concern in all of these sensitive regions, but what can we do in order to ensure that if anybody is going as a YouTuber or as a vlogger who is doing some legitimate activity is not unduly targeted?
We should have a framework by through legislative. The person who is a YouTuber of this thing, it should be given some sort of a license, or some scrutiny should be there. Because today we are in this era of technology, and we must encourage the technology, and we must encourage all those things, but still checks should be there. Check of that nature, that if anybody who is doing these activities to a certain places, he should get some, informed to that nearest police station. Now it can be done. There is no problem. It can be on this thing, by mail and other thing. And anybody, it is a social responsibility also.
Yes.
If a person is crossing the limits, or she or he, if he is doing all these nefarious activities, I'm certain in my mind, those who are around, they will have some suspicion. It is their also responsibility as a true, nationalist to report the matter. And their reporting should be not be open. It should be, government should give him a very, his number should be hide, so that he doesn't become this whistleblower. That should come out, and they should do it. But those who are doing activities, those who are culture, entertainments and other things, they should be permitted. They should not be very harsh law. But definitely they should come out as a legislative very framework, so that check and balances are placed.